All right, bingo. There we go. Are we rocking and rolling? I think we are. Okay, I think we are good to go. Great to see you guys today. Welcome to the One Funnel Away Challenge. Awesome to see some new faces. I imagine some new challengers starting up your challenge this week in this new cohort. What a pleasure it is to have you here in the One Funnel Away Challenge, gang. My name is Dante Torelli. I'll be your host and coach as we go through the challenge. So it is great to be with you. Over these next 30 days, I really do hope my passion and enthusiasm will be noted. I love getting to do what I get to do every single day. Funnels have changed my life, and I want to share everything I know with you so you can have the same results and you can start seeing massive upgrades and conversion increases to your funnels, gang. This is going to be a lot of fun. So, for all of our new members, just to let you guys know, every single day, Monday through Friday, for the next 30 days, you guys have daily coaching. I show up every single day to make sure that you're moving, you're progressing, you're doing the thing. So for the next 30 days, here is quite literally what your life is going to look like. You're going to start each day by taking that day's training. You have a course that has all sorts of training. If you're an expert, you go down the expert track. If you're in e-commerce, you go down the e-com track. So regardless of each track, there is a daily training. You go through, you take that training, you do those things. That's it. If you need help or guidance or have any questions or any hiccups or roadblocks, you have daily coaching every single day at 2 p.m. Now, even if you don't have questions, roadblocks, hiccups, or hurdles, you can join daily coaching every single day. And many people like to do that. You know, a rising tide raises all ships. Exact same thing here. If you want to just be a part of a marketing conversation, hear people talking about business, the things that you're doing every day, these are fantastic calls for that. So feel free to join in constantly and leverage your colleagues and their questions so you can grow faster and get results faster. Now, having said that, I wasted a couple minutes early on with tech gremlins in the background. And I want to make sure that we get the most out of this time. So let's hop right into it and get to questions. If you have a question and you'd like to ask, you'd like to come up and you'd like to speak, all you have to do, and it's the same way for 30 days, all you have to do is raise your hand inside of Zoom. Zoom changes each and every week. It makes it harder and harder to find that. So if you currently have a question, anything you would like to talk about and ask, at the bottom of your Zoom control bar, you're going to see a little heart that says react. Click that heart that says react, then a pop-up will show up, and right above the heart will be a button that says raise hand. Click that raise hand button, and then boom, just like you saw on my screen, the hand goes up in your profile. And that just lets me know that you have a question, something you would like to ask, something you would like to share, or maybe you just like to get up and speak. You know, as you guys get forward in this challenge and you start progressing, you may just want to come up sometimes and speak. And you might just want to let us know about a big win. Maybe I launched my funnel. I made my first sale. Whatever your questions are, gang, I am here to answer those and make sure that we are progressing every single day. So I don't see any hands up along the way. And check it out, gang. You guys are actually super, super lucky. Everybody here has joined a small cohort. Normally, each OFA cohort is loaded to the gills, if you will, and we have tons of people, and typically people are pretty much fighting for time, right? It's like, oh, we only have an hour and we only get through so many questions, and typically everybody's scrambling to try and make sure they get called. It does not look like that for your cohort. It seems like this is going to be kind of a quieter, slower cohort, if you will, which just gives me a beautiful opportunity to help you at a more intimate level, to be able to really get to focus in on you and your questions and your strategies. So, gang, open floor here. If anybody has anything you would like to talk about, please, you can just go ahead and unmute yourself because there's not so many. Let's have a conversation. You know, maybe you need some help choosing your track. Maybe you need some help. Maybe you've never taken a challenge before. Maybe you've never gone through any sort of belief week. And maybe Russell shared some things with you today in your day one training. You're like, man, I don't understand this. How does this apply to me? Gang, we can answer any questions you have whatsoever. And when I say things about questions, it is important for me that you guys know there are no stupid questions. It's impossible. There's two real rules I have for these sessions. Number one, just like hacky sack, You're not allowed to say sorry. No sorries here. All right. Rule number 2 is there's no stupid questions. I've already asked every single one of you you could even imagine to ask. I've asked them. I did all the hard work. Any questions you guys have are great questions. They're things that you can see where you are and where you want to get to. And these questions are something in between that. So let's answer those questions. Let's get you the knowledge, the information, so you can go do the thing. And this is our 30 days. We're going to hop hurdles quickly. So if anybody has anything they'd like to talk about whatsoever, feel free to just unmute yourself, gang. We can have a little conversation. If not, that's perfectly fine as well. Tom, I see you.
Hey, how are you, Dante?
I'm awesome. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. I'm new to the game here, but I'm trying to do my best to try to get a e-com funnel launched. I actually have something built. Is this something where we can just kind of get into it and start walking through it?
Yeah, like you've already built your funnel?
And I do have some specific questions about it as well. If you keep
Sure.
seeing my eyes darted, I'm seeing you over here, my camera's here. So.
All good. I'm seeing you over here and my camera's here.
Right.
Yeah. Tom, let's go take a look.
Sure.
I'll get your permission set right now. All right, you should be good to go. And bingo, gotcha.
All right, great. So what's the best way to do this? I have a list of questions here. So the first thing I want to figure out is I'm not seeing taxes being applied. So I'm using Stripe, and I know I was watching the earlier session, and I know one of the other members was asking about that. But it looks like I have it all set up properly. But when I go to my order form and I'm in the test phase, it's not calculating. It's giving me a total of 0. So that's the first thing I'd like to sort out.
Sure. Let's go to your products tab, top left.
Sure.
And let's go into any of your products.
Yeah, I'll grab, let's grab, this is a common one that I usually test with.
Nice.
I'm also using Zendrop, by the way. This is a sourced product from Zendrop.
Cool. Great. That description is quite long. I can tell that's a Zendrop description they just pull in. You're definitely going to want to clean that up. And you can use our AI for this. Just click your description anywhere, Tom. And now, yes, sir. So there's our Napoleon, our AI. You can just go in there and say, clean this up, make it 4 sentences, 5 sentences, and it'll do all that work for you. Let's go down to our taxes. Yes, our Napoleon rocks, loves to work. Close him down for just a moment, though. That'll work. Nice. And let's go down to your taxes. Product is taxable. Nice. Tangible goods. Okay, great. And you have your product price. It's active and it's visible. Now, have you run a test purchase yet, Tom?
I have with the test credit card number that's available, the 4 with the ones. Yeah, I've done it several times. I've been tweaking it to try to get it to work, but to no avail.
And as you go through, when you hit your order confirmation, there's never like 7 or 9 cents added. It's always flat rates.
For the product or for the
product.
Product or flat rates. I have them built out where I do have, and I'll just come back up to the products. I do have what I did with Zendrop because I couldn't make bundles. I have my first product, which is actually the Zendrop source product, this guy right here. So this is what's connected to Zendrop. Then the rest of them that are down here, the V curve that I made, these are like, for the lack of a better term, sort of like dummy products where the only way I could really seem to get this to work is if I wanted to create the V curve. I could create my pricing, as you can see on the right, but then it would be a manual type of order. So once I got an order for one of these, I would have to go manually to Zendrop and then create the manual order in there. That's the only workaround that I found online because I wasn't able to bundle multiple products.
You found the perfect workaround, Tom. That's exactly how we do it. Just manual fulfillment from Zendrop for now. Both ClickFunnels and Zendrop are working on bundles, so you're going to be able to change this up in the future.
Yep, that's cool. I had a feeling, so I just figured try to get the V curve running as best I could. So that seems to work. So I've been testing with the one. I had to cancel my order in Zendrop because I accidentally ordered with the test credit card.
Yep.
No worries there. So I've been testing with the other versions, and it works. I mean, I don't know if I can. This is the actual funnel in test mode, like I have a view
Great
of it.
job.
I don't know if you want to see me go. Oh, thank you. I don't know if I don't know if you want to see me kind of run through it to see what I'm seeing. I don't know if that's the best way to do this or.
It's exactly what I want to see here. Top right, I would probably bold. Let me get my fancy tool. Top right, I'd probably bold 60-day money back guarantee.
Copy that. Let me take some notes here too.
Yeah, sure. Also, Tom, I stream all of these into your community. So you're always going to have in your live coaching calls topic, you're always going to have the recordings you can go back and watch.
Okay, great. I've been watching these for the past couple of weeks. I finally pulled the trigger last night.
Awesome. Great, Tom. Super happy about that.
Okay, so we'll bold that.
Now, the hero image that I'm seeing. The name of the product is right now the Ultimate Tactical Backpack. Is that what it's called inside of ZenDrop 2?
Negative. It is this guy right here.
Okay, is that your name of the product?
That's the name. That's what I gave it. I changed the name when I connected it into ClickFunnels. So that's what I've got highlighted is how I've renamed it.
Perfect. And that's the product name inside of ClickFunnels as well?
Yes, it is. This headline was basically from Napoleon, so I just copy pasted it. Even though I did give it the name of the product.
Oh, interesting.
Like
You have to.
I went like step for step from Trey's. I mean, I literally went step for step in doing what he did, which is great. It's no, I obviously need a lot of tweaking here. I'm sure this is not ready to go, but
Oh my gosh, you're so close. You're so no, great job going through step by step, click by click. You did exactly what you're supposed to. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you killed it, Tom. This is awesome. Okay, now that you scrolled through, the number one thing that I'm seeing is your images. A lot of these are AI generated images or they're stock placeholder images right from ZenDrop. Yeah, like that is very obviously AI. So you're just going to want to, as time goes, Tom, take these pictures yourself, make these real high quality pictures. You're fine to start this way, but we definitely want to replace every single AI image with a real true image that customers know is not AI. That just makes, especially in this 2025 time of AI, when people are so unsure of if products are real or not, you're creating a brand here and that brand needs to be real. So real images across the board, especially that one to the right. That's another AI generated image, correct?
Indeed.
Yes. Looks great. We'll probably get past a lot of people. Perfectly fine to start. But again, as you go, next time you find yourself or a friend is going on top of a mountain, give them the bag, have them take some great pictures for you.
Understood. Yep.
Now, your headline should be the name of the product. Instead of the Ultimate Tactical Backpack, put the American Terrain Tactical Backpack. Limited sales, 60% off. Now, the imagery that I'm seeing the hero image, it's not really giving me that before and after feel. Again, AI generated images, so that's really going to be why. And this is a perfect way to start, Tom. It's good enough. I can see the crunchy ground. I can see the crusty bag. And I can see to your right, you're showing lush water, hydration, beautiful. So not at all terrible, but we can definitely make this hero image stronger, right? Like maybe we want to have a picture of somebody with their bag ripping open and all of their contents falling out on the trail behind them, right? Maybe you want to have a picture of somebody with a hole in the corner of their bag, and we want to have like a line of things, like what's that storybook where the person drops the crumbs to find themselves back home. whatever that storybook is. Like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm seeing somebody way ahead of me on screen, and I can see their bag with things falling out of it, and on the ground is trail mix, napkins, right in a line leading right to them. That's a strong image. That's showing me, oh, this old backpack, this unreliable backpack. And then how many people have backpacks just like this sitting in their garage that they wonder, oh man, this backpack's about to quit on me, right? So that's what we want, a strong image. And on the right-hand side would then be a person walking down the trail without any holes, without any issues, without any spillage. So again, everything you've done is perfect.
I may actually have that image already because I was using Napoleon to create my Facebook ads. And I think I have something like that. So
nice.
Yeah.
Love that. Now that I see you are such a fan of AI, let me grab you this. You've probably heard me talk about it over these past couple weeks, but I made a robot. His name is Dante I just put a link for you in the chat. Dante I is awesome. I get to train him specifically. He is not a custom chat GPT. Not at all. I got to train him specifically, and he's only trained on the teachings, trainings, and frameworks of Russell Brunson himself. So he follows all of Russell's marketing. If you want to come up with hooks and ads and headlines, stuff like that, man, Dante I will be a fan favorite for you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Absolutely. So everything I've said, you've done great so far. This looks awesome. And for a lot of people, this will probably be perfect. I think a good bit of people might not even notice the AI images. What is it? It's the bag, your ultimate companion. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So you say ready to learn more about what makes the American Terrain Tactical Backpack the #1 choice for outdoor enthusiasts. Continue exploring the content below, which is good and fine. We might also in the future play around with some calls to action, CTAs. So instead of, are you ready to learn more about, say, are you ready to harness the power of? Are you ready to, come on, brain, let's write some copy. Are you ready to take your trips to the next level? Click the button below to get your backpack. Right, we could just play around with some CTAs there. But these, again, everything you've done here so far is great, Tom.
Yeah,
this is more,
sure
we're going to
this will be-
launch.
I appreciate that. I'm sure it'll be tweaked constantly.
Yes.
Try to test and everything else.
It absolutely will. Do you know about Microsoft Clarity?
Yeah. I do. It's connected.
Okay, amazing, Tom. You're killing it, man. Great work. Okay, we hop down here. 3 simple steps. Number 1, I am seeing you serpentine on this. Serpentine just meaning image, goes to image, goes to image, goes to image, just like a snake would slither around. That's awesome. However, on mobile optimization, everything shows from left to right. So now,
I've fixed that in mobile, so it's all the same. I have a desktop view only, and I have a mobile view only for this particular part.
oh, Tom, come on, man. You are on it. Okay, let's keep looking. Yep. Yep. So I would take that headline. I've settled on cheap before, never again. I would take that headline and I would run it through Dante I.
Okay.
Remembering too, we're making our own brand here. So there's just better ways that we could say that and that we could share that marketing message instead of being like from the mouth of yourself. So basically, I've settled on cheap before, but there's no real attractive character for this product or for this funnel. There's not like you as the spokesman. You're like, so there, who has settled on cheap before? Who is the customer going to resonate with? And they're not going to, because there is no attractive character. So we would change up that headline, and Dante I will do it for you, but it'll be changed to something along the line of, you know, unlock premium outdoor gear that'll never fail. You know, unlock premium outdoor gear that outperforms the cheap competition. Think now we can just display that in a way that it's more brand present. Does that all make sense there?
Yeah, it does. Instead of focusing on the IVE, but make it more focused on the product.
Correct. If you had an attractive character here, where like Tom was walking me through the backpack, well, that could be totally different, but you don't. So typical branding here will do much better. Let's keep her moving. And I've seen multiple colors so far, I think. All of your images, have they all been black except for that top hero image?
For the backpack in particular.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all black. It's the only color I'm selling.
Okay, it is. Great. Oh, that is black.
Yep, they're all
Okay,
black.
so the only
well, except for
time-
the one in here. Except for this guy. But
Yes, that main hero image one, which is okay. I would probably change that
this
to
guy
black.
here?
Oh, that guy. No, what is that? Gray?
No, it looks like black with just a little sunlight kissing it.
Yes, it does. I was talking about your hero image, the very top one on the
All right,
left-hand
so
side.
I have black here, but the old one, this was based
Brown.
on this image, but
Yes.
I changed it to green, and I just wanted it as tattered as I could. You know, I went through this a few times and finally got something that looked. But this might all change anyway based on your recommendations, though.
Right. And that's the same bag, both places, is it not?
I it started out as yeah, I see your point though.
Right.
We'll
We
try
want to
get
show
something-
the bag on the left is going to be tattered, beat up. It's not going to have all the storage. It's not going to have the premium molded pockets. It's just going to be flabby, drabby, and ready to break.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's go look at the very bottom here, Tom.
Where we at? Oh, we're here. So this is
60-day money back guarantee. Keep going. Temper household. Yes. 60-day money back guarantee. I love
yeah,
that.
tell me when to stop. Like,
No, you're perfect. We're flying. This is great. Reviews, all 5 stars. Yes, great. Nice imagery. I would probably take that image right here. Yes, that whole thing. I would take that to remove.bg. Let me put that in the chat for you. Remove.bg. That will remove the background. And you see how you had to use a white background because it is white right there? It'll remove all of that. And then you'll have just the bags and just the actual image without the background. It'll look really clean on the manila that you have behind there too.
so that yeah, okay, so they'll just be floating in space there then.
There it is. Correct.
Awesome.
And then if you want to put a background behind it, you can, but you'll have options to do whatever you want. Storage capacity. Is it suitable for outdoor activities? What materials are it made of? Let's keep going. Can I customize with additional pouches? Good question. How comfortable is it? Is there a hydration system compatible? What colors are available? What is the estimated delivery time? Where does the backpack ship from? What's the return process? Tom, man, so good. Amazing. Let me just see what we have here at the bottom. 60%. Yes, beautiful. Tom, so good. Great logo, great
Listen,
company
I've been
name.
learning from you. I've been learning from you guys, so so really, it's,
You have done beautifully here, Tom.
I'm just
Let's
gonna have to
launch
mute-
this bad boy.
Dante, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I just have to mute you for one moment, all right?
No problem. Take your time, Tom. Take your time. It's funny, we can hear his radios going off in the background. He's like, well, this is a fire I actually have to put out. That was awesome, though. Great implementation here from Tom. Really great. And when I say really great, it's because he said everything that he said earlier. I just followed Trey's training exactly, click by click. I did every single thing he did. This is awesome, Tom. Nice work.
Thank you. No, it's like I said, I've been following along and just going through the training, going through these calls pretty much every day, kind of watching on YouTube during the live streams. They've been great. But
Lovely.
I feel like to finish off, I needed to join this and just try to get some of the things that I'm struggling just a little bit with a couple, the taxes being the one thing, and then sort of the funnel not operating exactly as I need. I'm actually going to yield my time to somebody else. I'll be on these calls. I just need to step away from it, and I don't want to waste anybody's time here.
Sure, no worries, Tom. I'll let you go, but real quick, my whole thing, let's launch this bad boy. Put clarity on the funnel. Let's start sending traffic here. Let's let our customers vote with their wallets and actions. But if you have time, feel free to hop on back later today. I'll be happy to answer those questions. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll get you live.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You got it, Tom. Have a great day. Awesome to finally see you. Oh, look at him with the
Thank you.
pop-up. Come on. That was so good. All right. Hey, what a start. Gang, we still have 30 minutes together. Tons of time. Anybody have any other questions? Maybe some stucks? Or maybe you just want to report some great things. You know, small hinges swing big doors. Far too often we get into this world and we stop celebrating the small things that get us to where we are, the Russell Brunson levels of success, right? And I don't know why we do that. It's a human thing. I haven't fully figured it out yet, but gang, you can bring anything that you would like. Please don't do the whole comparison game of, oh, my question's not as big or my thing's not as important. No, that's not real here. So D, I see your hand is up. How can I help today?
Oh, hello. Hi, hi. Okay,
Hey, hey.
so real quick, the Microsoft Clarity,
Uh-huh.
right? I promoted and I did my webinar, and I guess my question is there because the return or the actual result of the Microsoft Clarity isn't the most ideal, right? I did the paid advertisement, but to the
Nice.
minimum just to test it, right?
Sure.
Like $20 a day, but it's not as effective anyway, right? So I wonder if there's any videos about how to promote or like Facebook adjustment for the ads. I'm just curious so that we can increase the views or clicks or whatever, right? Because it seemed like it's per click and I pay the most minimum, even though I have the $20 limit. I don't think it gets used up to the $20. So a day type of thing or something like that, right? So I just wonder if there's a setup for marketing of a video that I could follow, if anything. Is there
Is
one?
that when you set up your ad, you set up the conversion metric? You know, what is the ad going for? Did you choose clicks or sales?
Clicks.
And what is that
You mean
ad?
for it? Oh, sorry. Is it from the Facebook, you mean?
Yeah, like in
I don't
Facebook
even
when
honestly know. I
okay.
don't know how to do marketing on Facebook.
You know how to do marketing. You just need to learn Facebook ads. That's
Yeah.
all. Let me see if I have this video on hand really quick. Um,
I mean, I got some clicks though. I saw people, I think that's how you do it, that you can view it in the result of the clarity result. I see some things happening, but it's not as ideal as what I was looking for.
okay.
So I did the mini e-course and also the other one is for webinar, but my webinar is evergreen webinar only because I want to know first how many people will be attending before I do any live.
Okay. Here's what I'm looking at, D. How many ads did you run so far?
I think I've done two, if I'm not mistaken, one on each.
Cool. That's exactly what I was expecting. That was the perfect answer. I just had a funnel hacker in the office a couple weeks ago, and it was so great to get to talk to him. And he said something that just really rung a bell, and it's been vibrating inside of me ever since. He launched a new funnel, and before he even made any close decisions about whether the funnel was going to be a winner or a loser, he launched 12 different ads over a 2-week period. 12.
Wow.
And
Okay.
we all need to stick in that mindset when it comes to advertising. We all need to be putting multiple ads out there. Far too often, D, I see people launch 1 or 2 ads, and that ad isn't perfect and it doesn't get the greatest metrics in the world. And next thing you know, they're online saying Facebook ads don't work. This marketing thing doesn't work. That's
Mm-hmm.
not the game. Even the best advertiser in the world makes ads that don't
Mm-hmm.
convert. We have to throw a lot of spaghetti against the wall. So I would love to see you take some time and come up with like 5 different ads. They can all be talking about the same thing, but they're
Mm-hmm.
different hooks, different positioning, different ways of articulating your points. Let's launch with those 5 ads. Let's see what's working. Do more of what works, do less of what doesn't. It truly is that simple. We need to find, and this is the grassroots level of advertising that everybody goes through. You know, like to get to a Russell, a place where you know what's going to work, where you hear this idea, you make a new product, you make a new business. You're like, okay, what are the ads? And Russell's like, okay, this is ad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He wasn't just born with that. He's launched hundreds of ads that didn't work to find the dozens of ads that did work to understand the game. So I say all that to say, you're not wrong. I don't want you to get down on yourself. I don't want you to get beat up. This is very, very common practice.
Well, I see that there's something going on in clarity, so there must be some people who sees it and click on it. It's just that I guess it's just not enough, and I need to warm them up a little more. That's for sure,
Well, and what do
right?
you say when you say
So
it's not enough? Does Clarity not have enough data to give you summaries yet?
yeah,
Right.
it's
So then we definitely
minimal.
need more people to the funnel. Have you ever heard the where does the water stop example? Trey likes to
No,
share it with
I've
us.
never heard.
Oh,
I've never
okay.
heard of it.
Great. So here's how we look at like stats. Where are my problems? What things should I be focusing on right now? Where's the break? Or where does the water stop flowing? It's like if you ever been on Facebook and you've seen that picture where there's like 7 pipes all coming in and then it says, where's the water going to end up? Same thing here. We have all these steps. You know, first I have an ad and that ad leads to my funnel and then they have to click on my funnel to do the thing and that leads to my upsells and then they do my upsell thing and that leads to my email sequence on the back end. There's a lot of different steps, so we just follow the water starting from the top. First, it's the ad. As we go and look at our ad, is our ad getting a 5 to 10% click-through rate? Are people interacting with our ad? And what we'll
Mhm.
find in your case is no, the ad is not converting where it needs to because it's not getting enough clicks and it's not sending enough people to the funnel. So your real problem is in the ads. We want an ad that's converting and actually sending people to the funnel because then the water moves past the ad step. Now it's at the funnel step. And then we look at our funnel conversions. Is my funnel converting at 2 to 5% sales? Once it is doing that, then it's like, okay, great. The water moves down to the next part. How are my OTOs looking? So for you, you launched, you ran your initial testing, and we need to come up with better ads that are getting more traffic to the actual funnel itself. So this week, that's your focus. You know, maybe it takes you all the way up until Wednesday to come up with 5 different ads. But let's come up with a couple of different ads. Let's launch those. Let's start getting people to our funnel. Then Clarity gets data. Then it can look through. Then we can start optimizing the funnel as well.
Okay. So I guess my next question is, how do you have a video that I can follow about how to create ads properly? Because when you post something on Facebook page, it asks you to boost it, and it asks you to click the button or whatever. And those things, I used to remember all those, but again, I put a pause in myself and didn't really take care of how to handle stuff like that. So yeah, is this the one? YouTube?
Yes. So I just put that link in there for YouTube. It's a guy that I really like to follow, and I really like what he's saying and how he's saying it. Very knowledgeable about ads, and he keeps up with it. I'm the worst when it comes to ads because I got a guy and I've had a guy for a while. What that means is honestly, I'm not, when Facebook has a new update and a new announcement about changes to ads, I'm not reading it. Honestly, I
Yeah.
just want to be honest with you guys. I got a guy, he reads it, he does the stuff. Not the
Yeah.
greatest decision I could have made as a coach because it definitely dulls my blade. But I like
Totally.
this guy. I like him a lot. So I sent you a specific video that is to him reporting on how he's done great with e-com sales. But if I remember correctly, you're an expert, right, D?
I am actually. I'm not an
Cool.
e. Yeah. So
He has tons of videos there. Advertising is advertising is advertising. Whether it's a physical product, a digital it's all the same, right? Ads are just pattern interrupts. Once we learn that about advertising and that we don't make the sale on the ad, we just introduce curiosity and the funnel makes the sale. That's a huge mental block to get through right there. Far too often people make ads and they try and make their ad to where their ad is going to sell. Like they make an ad that's like, oh, when somebody watches this ad, they're hook, line, and sinker. I'm going to get the sale. And it's not advertising. That's not the purpose of advertising. The purpose of advertising is to be a pattern interrupt to get them to stop the doom scroll or driving down the road, like in the days of billboards. It's meant to stop them from doing what they're doing, listen to your marketing message, introduce curiosity so they go to the funnel and learn more. And your funnel does all the selling. So anyway, that video I sent you will be awesome regardless of which track you're taking. And then his entire channel, he has fantastic, fantastic training about his entire channel, all about ads and how to run them best in 2025. He's stayed up with all the updates. Aside from that, D, I would use Dante I and I would use ChatGPT. Maybe even Claude if you wanted to. Claude is really good at copywriting. It's one of its specialties. But I would literally just be having conversations with ChatGPT. I would be having it come up with different hooks for me because the hook of the ad is the most important. That first
yeah.
3 to 5 seconds, right? That hook is what gets them to pay attention to all the rest of the words that we're saying. So I would just
Right.
come up with it in Dante I or
Okay.
ChatGPT if you needed to. Let's come up with 5 different ads. And then I'd like you to look at Ben and his videos. Like, for instance, uh, he's got a video. Where is it? Yeah, like he's got a video on. He's got a video on how to test your Facebook ads. He's got a
Okay.
video on making more. He's a wealth of information when it comes to advertising. I would encourage you to go set that up. Also, though, in the last week of the challenge, we have a training all about traffic from our traffic manager, John Parks. Did you get a chance to watch that yet?
No, actually, I haven't.
Oh,
I think
lovely. That is day 1 of week 4 is that training. So if you go to your expert training inside the One Funnel Away course, go to day 1 of week 4, and that's like an hour video with John Parks, our ads manager. He's probably run more direct response marketing principles and spent more money in direct response advertising on Facebook than anybody that I know of. He's spent unbelievable amounts, and he's got a great training. I'd recommend it for everybody if you want to start dipping your toes in ads, learning more about ads and how to set it up the right way.
okay. What's his name again?
John Parks, Parkes.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. That's great. I think that's it for me right now. Oh, one more question. Until when is this support that you're providing with us?
The entire 30 days. You have 30 days as VIP. So as long as you're VIP, you always get access to me in the trainings.
Nice. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Dee. These are really great questions. I just want to encourage you to launch ads.
Yeah,
Just launch ads. You
I'm
know, I
willing to.
think your um your conversions, what your ad is searching for, your conversions, you're sending them to a sales funnel that sells a product, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. So your conversions are not going to be leads or clicks. You need to make your conversions for sales. That's what
Okay.
we're looking. That's what we're looking for, and that'll get Facebook to get you more buyers, people that are actually going to sell. When you make your conversion for clicks, Facebook's going to put you in front of people that like to click on things and do things. Your
Right.
freebie
Right.
hunters, if you will, and your stats will look great. You're like, oh, I got a ton of clicks, but that's not what we're optimizing. We're optimizing for sales.
Got it. Okay. That
Nice.
makes sense. Okay. Thank you
Awesome.
very
Yeah,
much.
aside from that, D, just keep pumping them out. Come up
Yeah.
with your different hooks. It's so funny too. I was just in a meeting with our ads team here, and we're reevaluating a bunch of ads and how we're going to be doing things. And it truly is, you don't know what ad is going to hit, especially in 2025.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy stuff that works that 5 years ago we would have been like, that's not going to work, but it
Mhm.
does work. So don't be
Right.
scared to throw spaghetti on the wall. The thing that you create that you might very well say, oh, that's the worst ad that I've ever made, that may very well be the one that does amazing.
Okay, great. So I'll watch these videos. I'm
Yes.
sure there's wealth of information there.
Yes, there is 100%, especially along with the foundation John pours in the OFA training,
Mhm.
day 1 of week 4. You should be
Okay.
rocking and rolling.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks.
You got it, D. Great question. Nice. Roy is up next. Hey, Roy, how are you today?
Hey Dante, all right.
All
Very good.
right.
I'm new to dropshipping. I just created the store through ClickFunnels.
Oh, nice.
And right now what I'm focused on is finding the right product. So I've already been through these training videos that Trey created. But my first question has to do with
Hmm.
the the hours, the schedules of the training.
Yeah.
And I just joined VIP, and today's my first day. But
Nice.
and now this one here is for 30 days. That's my understanding from what I'm hearing.
That's correct. You have 30 days.
Okay. So now there is another one that is at 11 o'clock.
Mm,
Which one is that? Is I have access to that as well, right? I think that's with Trey and Russell 1 day a week, and then you are there every single day as well.
great question, Roy. So every single day, Monday to Friday at 2 p.m., I go live for your cohort. So you have every single day daily coaching starting at 2.
That's unlimited. It's not
That's
30 days.
unlimited. That's
Okay.
every day,
Not for
Monday
30
to
days.
Friday, 2 o'clock every single day.
Okay.
Yep. Now, each week, you're going to have 2 champion sessions. We have an ecom and an expert track. Each track has a champion, expert on that topic or track. So Tuesdays starting, you're right, there is also 11 o'clock coaching. 11 o'clock is for the other cohorts. So I have 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock coaching. You're in the 2 o'clock time slot every single day. Tuesday, though, starting at 12 p.m., you can click this exact same link you used today. And Tuesday at 12, Trey comes on for the Trey track. So that'll be tomorrow at 12 p.m. You can hop on, ask a question to Trey, and that's every Tuesday from 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. So 12 noon to 1 p.m. Same thing on Friday. Friday, Russell is the expert track. Russell comes on from 12 to 1, and he does an expert specific challenge. Each champion day is specific to their track. So on Tuesdays, when Trey comes up, we're not going to answer any expert questions about maybe webinars or lead magnets. Tuesday is all about ecom. Friday is all about expert.
Okay, that is the one that I found here. But that was from 11 o'clock, 11 to 12. And it shows that it's Monday through Friday. See, that's where
Oh,
I'm confused with all these schedules here.
yes. You saw that in your community, didn't you, Roy?
Yes,
That
that's
was my fault. I posted the wrong post in the wrong community. So sorry about that. Everything I shared in that post is exactly right for you, except your coaching is at 2 p.m. Monday to Friday.
oh, so it's okay. So it's two. Okay, is it, and
That's right.
it's the same Zoom Zoom link that I'm
Same
attending
link.
right now?
And for the Tuesday at 12 and Friday at 12, the champion sessions, it's also the same link. I have a whole routing set up in the background, but every day at 2 p.m., you can click the same link, get into these sessions. Tuesday and Friday at 12 p.m., click the same link and get into the champion sessions.
Okay, so that's only on Tuesday and Fridays that would have access to.
Correct. Tuesday at 12 is ecom, Friday at 12 is expert.
Okay, Tuesday and Fridays. Okay, yes, because this one that you did send out, it mentioned that Trey would appear on Tuesdays and Russell would appear on Fridays at 11 o'clock. Okay, so I got it now. So it's going to be at 12 o'clock, just those Tuesday and Friday per week. And I have access to this one here at 2 o'clock every single day.
Every day. That's right, Roy.
Okay, so those are the only two schedules I should focus on.
Yes, yes. And I am going to have a calendar. I think tomorrow is when I get a chance to fix it up. There is going to be a calendar that comes in later this week that's going to show you an easier way to just overview look at everything.
Okay. Okay, great. Now, you did mention with the last call here
Uh-huh.
that there was a video you recommended to watch. I would say it's day one from week 4. Where's that at? Is it in the same place where you were sending me to, or where you mentioned?
Yes, that is in your course. So I can actually show you
Okay.
exactly where to get that. I think it'll make life a lot easier. So let me share the screen. And
I did
fingers
see it somewhere, but I can't find it now.
Let's make sure you never hit that again. You can see my screen right now, correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay, great. So in your
There.
ClickFunnels account, top left in the core 4, you can always go to learn and connect and then training courses. That'll take you into your, basically this is called your, goodness, not community manager. This is called your customer center, where you can access any of the things you have availability to, like any other communities, your affiliate area. But here inside courses, if you go to the very bottom, you'll see a One Funnel Away 2025. That's what I want you to live in. There's a previous One Funnel Away. In that, Russell was teaching VSL funnels, video sales letters. The only reason I would want you guys to use this old One Funnel Away challenge, if we go in here, click start, and then you can go down to the bottom on the left and we have our live call replays. And we have tons of replays in here on the expert and the ecom track. And these are replays with the champion. So I recommend for the older training, go in there, start your recordings from the beginning. Like these recordings is going to be Trey breaking down the beginnings. He does stuff like your MTO, each month. What's the minimum that you have to have? What's the tangible? And what's the outrageous number that you're looking for that you want to make every single month? The really important foundation pouring stuff, Trey does all that here. And then if you hop up, now we're going to get into funnel reviews. Like Tom, super valuable for you to do something like this. Now that our funnel is live, let's go watch these recordings. Where here we have gang, back in the day too, Trey didn't just give us an hour. Back in the day when he first started, these are all 2-hour sessions. Look at the time, 3:14, 3:09, 2:58. And Trey was here for most of that time. So this one is 2 hours and 45 minutes of Trey Llewellyn looking through ecom funnels, sharing exactly his mind. All of these recordings. Here's 6. How many more? Here's 9. Here is 12. Here's more, 15. Here's 17, I believe 18. So here, once we get live, gang, this is what I'd love for you to live in. Stick with the 2025. But Roy, I think you said you're doing drop shipping, correct?
Yes.
So once you get live, once your funnel is built, it is so valuable. Every single day you can go in here and watch these Trey recordings. They're awesome. They're amazing. He teaches us exactly how to run ecom, exactly how to be CEOs. And Trey's a walking, talking QVC, and this is how you can become a walking, talking QVC. every single day. Go watch a recording, learn how he thinks, learn how he sees. So that's the only real reason I would recommend anybody be in the old OFA course. And when I say old, what I mean is it just says One Funnel Away. What I want you guys to live in is One Funnel Away 2025. So again, anytime you go to your account, go to Learn and Connect training courses, go choose that 2025. And now here we go. We have week 1. This is where everybody should be. And I'm going to put this link in the chat for all of you right now. In case you don't have it up, let's put this in. There we go. Great. I just put that link in the chat. You can always click on that link and then click the star in your browser to bookmark the page. So you can always just come right back in here. But week 1 is belief week. Everybody goes through week 1. Weeks 2 and 3, you choose your path, either e-com or expert. Weeks 2 and 3 is going to be the meat and potatoes for that specific path. And then week 4 is traffic. Regardless of what track you went down, everybody goes to the same traffic training. And here it is, Mission 22, Traffic Secrets. If you click on Get Started, this will take you into that training where it's 55 minutes. If you click on play, you can go do the thing and then, oh, sorry, no, Traffic Secrets. I'm sorry. That's Russell teaching Traffic Secrets. Paid advertising. It's Mission 24. Sorry, with John Parks. We're looking for Mission 24 paid ads. This is like an hour and a half, and John's literally going to walk you through all the different types of ads, the different successful ads that we've run in the past. He's going to break everything down for you. So, sorry, that was a super long explanation for your question on how to access my training. Do you understand where to go now? Learn and Connect and then training courses.
Oh, that was thorough. Yeah, I appreciate that. That was good.
Awesome.
Okay. And let's see. So right now, like I said, I am looking for the right products to start selling. And I've already looked at the training videos by Trey and selecting the winning products. Can you give me some tips, maybe resources I can use, or make some recommendations here on finding the right products from your perspective or what your experience?
Yes. Okay, let me give it to you like this, Roy. I've watched Trey for the past 378 days. It's been just over a year. May 5th was actually a year since Trey started doing OFA with us. And I've watched him since day one tell people that they should make stickers and t-shirts. Stickers and t-shirts. Honestly, Roy, it's the best way to run e-com right now. It's so simple. Create communities around your thing, and to the community, sell low price point products. And the reason it's really cool watching in this past year all the different things that have happened in e-com, and specifically the tariff wars that we were getting into. And every single time, every month, it seems, Trey comes up here and he says, hey, if you're struggling to find a product that sells, I want you to sell stickers, I want you to sell puzzles, or I want you to sell t-shirts. And those products have always been selling. They always will sell, Roy, and they're problem proof. When the tariff wars came in, all of our people that were selling stickers, puzzles, and t-shirts, they were ecstatic. They were unbelievably ecstatic. They wanted more tariffs. They wanted to live on forever. Why? Because they owned a lot of their product. Like to make a sticker, that's all USA owned. It's low price point. You can make stickers for 25 cents and you can sell them for $5. So these are the products that I would tell you to start with 100%. If you want to sell dog products to dog owners, awesome. Start with a sticker. And I say all that because even cooler, Roy, Todd came in today. I'm really blessed. I get to work in Atlanta with the CTO of ClickFunnels, Todd Dickerson, also the co-founder. And he comes in today and shows us about over the weekend, he's going on a trip with his family out of the country. And as they're going on this trip, he went to ChatGPT. He said, hey, we're going to go start here. We're going to visit all these different countries across Spain. And I want you to create a sticker for each country we go to that I can give to my daughters and that has their name on it. And sure enough, it did. And he used Sticker Mule Mule to print the stickers, exactly who we recommend you use for the stickers here. And it was awesome. And he literally made this product out of thin air. We were all watching him go through this. And at the end of it, all of us were like, dude, that could be its own product. You could sell that to other people and just change the names on the stickers or take the names off, and you could sell those stickers to other travel enthusiasts. He said, yeah, 100%. Now he's not going to because he has ClickFunnels. I say all that to say, Roy, stickers, puzzles, t-shirts always have worked, and they always will work. Instead of you taking like weeks or, God forbid, even months to try and find a physical product that would work perfect for your clients, and especially one that's in Zendrop, I would just tell you to go make your own stickers. Go make stickers about the thing. Low profit, high volume, lower profit. But it's really not even high volume, low profit, because the profit margins on stickers are crazy. They're like 1,000% profit margins. Does that all make sense?
Absolutely, yes. And where could I source those?
Stickermule.com is fantastic.
Sticker Mule.
Yes, sir. Stickermule.com. And now, Roy, now you're just making cool phrases and imagery for your specific niche. Like as Trey teaches it, and I think you probably heard this in his videos, he was working, cookie cutters. Cookie cutters is another great one, Roy. Oh, so good. And me, I heard when Trey said cookie cutters, I immediately had a limiting belief a year ago. And he said cookie cutters are amazing. We sell out like crazy in the niches using cookie cutters. And a couple months after he told me that, I was hanging out at my neighbor's house. And they asked me to get something for them out of the pantry. And I went into their pantry and I went into the wrong little cupboard thing. And I saw a drawer stock full of cookie cutters. And I was shocked. So I grabbed the cookie cutters. I ran to the kitchen. I said, why do you have all these cookie cutters? Where'd you get these? And she goes, oh, that's all you found? So she takes me back into the pantry and goes to show a huge cabinet. Every drawer is full of cookie cutters. She then goes on to tell me how her son only eats sandwiches that are used with cookie cutters. He won't eat crust, and if it's not into a cool image or a shape, he's not going to eat the sandwich. So I went and looked through her thing. She has cookie cutters for every single holiday. She has cookie cutters for every single Disney movie that has ever come out. She has an unbelievable amount of cookie cutters. And then, of course, I went into questioning her, and she buys cookie cutters basically weekly. You know, as much as her son loves them, now she's addicted to cookie cutters too. And now she wants to cut new shapes. And now she uses them for holidays. And she does it with everything, sandwiches to cookies and everything in between. So cookie cutters are another great one. But like you can, whatever your niche is, Trey likes to use the lineman example. Linemen being people that climb the electrical poles and fix the cable when the storms knock it out. A lineman niche where they made custom cookie cutters specific for linemen. And now the wives of linemen, they could make lineman parties. And all their husbands' linemen would come over for a lineman party, and they would use these cookie cutters to cut out cookies. And those cookie cutters sell like crazy. They're fantastic. So I'm sorry, I kind of interrupted. Please continue with your question, Roy.
No. That was good. That was good. So then the last thing is how, I guess I have to also eventually find out how I'm going to drive all these customers to my store. Initially, I'm going to advertise a single product in Facebook or on social media. And from there, yes, okay, then just drive them to my store.
That's exactly right, Roy. Funnels on the front ends. Direct your traffic to funnels. Even Shopify has had docs out there for 10 years that say you should have a funnel on the front end. Stores are completely dependent upon customers making decisions and taking actions. They have to look through your catalog. They have to choose the product they want. Then they have to go purchase it. And so directing traffic to a storefront always has very, very low conversions. But directing traffic to a funnel where your ad talks about this really cool sticker, and then they click on the ad and go to the funnel that shows them all about this really cool sticker and how they can get it for free today or save 60% today, right? Presents an undeniable offer to them. ad to a funnel. Funnel converts, you get their email, you own them, and on the back end of a funnel, you can then send them to your store. So they come through your funnel, they buy, and you can have an email sequence that says, hey, go check out my store. We're running a 20% sale this month or something like that. But funnels on the front end, stores on the back end. Whether you make your store in Shopify or ClickFunnels, I could care less where you do your thing. As long as we understand my ad pushes to a funnel, my funnel converts, my funnel then pushes them to a store on the back end through my email and marketing efforts.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, that was
Bingo.
it. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Awesome. You got it, Roy. Great questions and welcome to the challenge. All right, Tom, I saw that hand shoot up. It looks like you have another question.
Yeah, I did. So I'm with you. I want to get this thing launched as quickly as possible. But I do have two outstanding issues. I just want to know your thoughts on whether they should be or should not be holding me up.
Sure.
One is the calculation of taxes in my order, and the other is a little bit more serious, in my opinion. The workflows that I have built in, which have a couple of upsells, they're not quite working properly. So they actually will traverse through the funnel, but if I don't execute in the test, if I don't opt in for the upsell and I decline it, it creates the order and then throws off an email with an order. But then it'll advance to the next page, which has another upsell, which is a warranty. And it does the same thing. If I decline that and I say, no, thank you, I want to move on, it basically kind of ends the funnel. And then my confirmation page at the end of the funnel is all zeros. It doesn't have anything. And then I'll get either one or two emails based on what I've purchased. If I accept everything works great. I'll get 3 different emails with each of the original product, 2 upsells. Mm-hmm. And then my confirmation page at the very end also looks correct. It's only when I decline one of them. Does that make sense?
Yes, but when you decline, Tom, so some terminology here. Flagship product. My flagship product is the main product I sell in the funnel. It's on my first order form. We call it the flagship because everybody has to buy that to get through. You can't buy the bump without the flagship. You can't get to your upsells without buying the flagship. So that's the product everybody buys. If you buy the flagship and say no to the bump and the OTOs, your confirmation will still show the purchase of that flagship product. It should not be showing zeros across the board.
Yeah, it's not.
Guaranteed, confirmed. You should never, when testing your funnel, you should never get through the funnel and see an order confirmation with 0. Because
can I run through it with you?
Yeah, let's go take a look really quick.
Hey, Dante, quick question.
Yeah, Mark.
Who did you say this John Parks guy was?
John Parks, that is our head of traffic here at ClickFunnels. He's run our ads for the last 10 years.
So did you say he has a course or something, or is on YouTube, or?
It's in your training. It's in the One Funnel Away training. It is day 3 of week 4.
Day 3 of week 4. Okay.
That'll be labeled as, I think, paid ads is what it was. Let me see here. I'll just get you the link and put it in the chat, Mark. Hang on.
Awesome. Okay. That's all I wondered. I'll listen and then you can do that. Thank you.
Yep. I got it in the chat for you right now. For anybody else curious, it is Mission 24. Okay. I got it in there for you, Mark. Nice. Let's go take a look, Tom. You can just click preview on that order form and look at you with conditional logic. What are you for?
I think that's might be what's kind of breaking this. So I'm just going to run through with a test if that's appropriate here.
That's great. Go ahead, just click your button to the right. Yep, 60%. Grab our test card number up top.
I saw this before, so this exits the pop-up. I can come in here. There's nothing else in here really, just a couple of. So now I can
so you marked you marked your
select
one product. You must have made, oh no, shipping's on step 2. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Typically we have shipping on step 1.
I believe it is in here. So if I select the 3, because again, I don't want to make the actual order with Zendrop. So, and then I'll just fill in, well, I need this, hold on. Let's not go without my test. Let's not put in a real credit card here. All right, so we'll do this. We'll just autofill. We'll come back down here. We'll get that in there.
Any future date?
Yep. And then I'm going to turn this off because I don't want to. So here's the first issue. My taxes are not coming through. And free shipping is fine. I'm offering free shipping on everything. But it's here where I have it integrated with Stripe, and it and I've gone through the Stripe settings as well. Matter of fact, I posted something in ClickFunnels, one of the communities, and Dan responded with an article that I went through today, and everything looks right. I'm just not really sure why it's not working.
Okay, that one you'll get with support on that one then, Tom. And now that you have all this set up, they can go get into the nitty gritty and make sure everything is set as it should be.
So in the meantime, if I hit submit,
there's no bump, so we just purchased the flagship. That's perfect.
Yep. Okay, so here's now the first upsell.
Yep.
And the first upsell is going to be, so what I do is the conditional logic lets me know how many I've bought in the initial. And then it'll offer me that many warranties for 2 years.
Yes.
At a low price of $11.97 each. I have all these built out with the appropriate number, so you can, I'm pointing at the screen, you can't see that. So this is the $11.97 each. This is the total for 3.
Yep.
So if I came as a customer, I said, you know what, I absolutely want my 2-year warranty, but I'm not going to select it today. If I hit this, it'll bring me to the next page.
And it will purchase the warranties.
Yes, and it works great. But if I choose this, which is the way I'm going to go, I'm just going to decline this, and it's going to take me to my next.
Which takes me to the next funnel step and declines the purchase.
Right. So now I have my next, which is basically, hey, what is it called? Moss,
more of the same.
It's more of the same. So here we got an option to buy 3 more at even more deeply discounted.
And the 2-year warranty is on us. Nice offer, Tom.
Yes. And also free shipping for the whole lot.
Look at that.
Great and here's another thing. So I appreciate that. So again, the offer starts out at 60%. This now comes up at 70%. I've done all the math to make sure the math is mathing. So it is accurate. It would be this price for each and this for the total. Yep. Now I want to do another downsell, which is basically like if they decline this, I'll just do a single for the same price.
Yep.
But I haven't built that out yet. But for this OTO, I'm still getting this, which I wasn't expecting to see. I thought I was just going to get this button again.
Yes, you are going to just get that button again.
So maybe I'll go in. Maybe I have something not selected.
We do. I could fix that one up for you. Let me see how it works, though. If you keep going down to the bottom, do we have a no link?
Yes.
We do. We have our no thanks text.
Yes.
Click that for me.
Yep. So I'm going to decline both, and that should be the end of the funnel. And this is what I get.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But my email inbox will receive the first order. And I'll get an email.
That's how we have it set up. That's purposeful, Tom. You're always going to get 2 different invoices. The reason we have it set up that way, what if somebody comes and purchases your backpack, the flagship product, is they hit your first upsell, their kid throws spaghetti in the ceiling fan, and it gets all over their brand new living room couch, right? Oh, they just throw their phone to the side, they lock their phone, they close the tab for whatever reason. Maybe they get in a car accident, maybe they trip on the sidewalk, right? Any number of reasons, they buy your flagship and then they leave the funnel. That flagship is always going to be an immediate purchase. That locks in the sale for you. Then if they don't go to the upsells, whatever, at least you got the first sale. If we didn't charge until the end, there's so many sales that you might miss out on and lose. So that's why we do it that way. That is actually acting perfect. But you're right. Our order summaries are showing a 0. And I purchased the flagship. So I think I know what this is coming from. This will be another one to talk to tech support, though, about just to make sure that everything is actually set properly. Let's go back to your ClickFunnels account, Tom.
Sure.
Lovely. Let's go to your OTO2, the triple backpack. Nice.
Come on, you can do it. This is new.
That's just Zoom. Puts quite a load on the computers.
Maybe I should turn my camera off. Here we go. So here is the second.
Yes, this is it.
Yes,
Let's
this
go
is
to your
the
order
3D
form.
now,
Click on that order form at the bottom.
at the bottom.
Yep. Just your checkout anywhere on the element.
Yeah, you got it.
Bingo. Now at the very top, we're on guest checkout. So this is the guest checkout. Like, yeah, look at you go. What do you need me for, Tom? Now, there we go. Now it's an OTO where they just have a yes and a no button. Perfect.
It's funny because I did have this set though. You know, and it doesn't ask me to save it after that as well. I would think I would need to save.
Once in a blue moon, you're going to see this where the save doesn't light up. We are aware of that, and we are working on that because you just made a change on the funnel.
Could
But
always make
when
another
you
change.
make changes in the order form like that, sometimes they're not reflected. So yeah, you just put a space somewhere, click save. There you go. Now, I believe that was causing your issues, but I don't know why that would have changed your. I don't know why the confirmation showed 0, and that's really why I want you to get with tech support right away, Tom. They can look at your goodness gracious, I'm just getting over COVID. I'm still Cheerios in my brain. Taxes, there's the word. They can look at taxes, make sure everything is set, and find out why that's showing 0, because that's definitely going to propagate the right way. And while they're at it, they can run a test purchase and make sure everything is showing and the proper summaries show at the end. I think we got it right there, though. Yeah,
Appreciate
bold it.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll certainly
Nice. Love that. That looks awesome.
yeah, I'll certainly so just support at clickfunnels.com. Is that the
You can also
email's
do
the best way?
CF2 support at clickfunnels.com. That'll just get you right to the people who support the most current ClickFunnels.
Could you either chat that or just could you
Oh,
repeat-
yeah. No, let me put that in the chat. Where did she go? There it is. CF2 support at clickfunnels.com.
Right on. Great. But in the meantime, really, after these 2 items, I mean, like I'm already starting to create the Facebook ads. I'm not going to activate them until I go live, obviously. But I'd like to get this. I mean, you know, it's springtime. People, all my imagery is in the spring. Okay.
100%.
Great. I'll get with support for the tax issue, and then I will try to run through this again offline. And if it doesn't respond, again, with the order form being complete, maybe I'll just lump that into the. I'll create 2 different tickets. That way you can track them.
Yes, you could do that. Don't even worry about that, Tom. Honestly, I love your heart on that. I could care less. Don't worry about tracking. I want you to get across the finish line. That's all we care about here. So write in. They'll get you handled. It shouldn't take probably more than an hour.
Fantastic. That's even better. Yeah.
They'll get you rocking and rolling, and then you're perfect. Let's go look at our ads. You do know about Clarity, correct?
I do have, let me just make sure it's there. So let me come out here. I'm still learning software, so please bear with me.
That's A-okay. You're doing
I think
great.
Is it in set? This is the top level settings, right?
That's right. I like to
So-
call them the main funnel settings. Anything we do there applies to all the steps within the funnel. Down there in the head code, there it is.
And I've
Yep.
got my Pixel also configured.
Look
So
at
hopefully
you.
those
You
should be,
press
and
enter
Clarity's is
twice.
working. I've already seen it.
Yes, you're amazing. You did beautiful,
Oh, yeah.
Tom. That's the thing that I'm most concerned about. We want to maximize on all of our traffic so we can make data-driven decisions. You have clarity on the funnel, get with support, they'll get you up and running, make sure it's all collecting monies and displaying properly. From there, we're ready to launch. We're going to capture all of our data, make data-driven decisions based on that. Perfect. Hey, was this the first funnel you ever built?
Yes. Technically, no. It's the first ecom. I actually I joined up a little while ago, and I hooked up with a, um, I guess, home improvement construction, local construction company here, and I tried to build a lead magnet. It honestly, I was having trouble. This is a sidebar. I don't want to take up time here, but the funnel was okay. It didn't look great, but to me, it was just it was a lead magnet for her just to get a list going, so she could follow up and get some calls. So she could schedule her own one-on-ones. But she wasn't running traffic, and I was really trying to lay on the importance of how driving traffic to the funnel's just going to sit there if nobody's looking at it. So
Yep.
I was trying to encourage her to do some Facebook ads as well as some organic stuff on a Facebook page that she has. But I don't think she was quite understanding, and that's probably my fault. So, but yeah, this is the first ecom funnel I built. Yeah.
Oh, you did so good, Tom. I mean,
Appreciate it.
this looks awesome. Great example of not getting in our own way, not overcomplicating things. Even your OTOs, you just followed the template perfectly, added some of your own background colors and your own imagery, and it looks fantastic.
Thank you. I will get with support. I don't want to take up any more of your time. So if I have any more questions, you'll certainly be hearing me.
Yeah, that sounds great, Tom. Make sure to hop in tomorrow at 12 too for the ecom session.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been watching. So yeah, certainly will. And I apologize. I got distracted here. I'm at work right now. So sometimes it's awkward because I hate to take time and then have to get called away sometimes. So I apologize for that.
You're A-okay, Tom. We work with you when it works for you. No problems.
Dante.
All right, beautiful. What a good start. I know we have a couple people I didn't get a chance to hear from today, but that is A-okay, gang. Like I said early on, we have daily coaching every single day. And for your cohort, it's every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Currently, right now, just in case you're trying to get your clocks lined up wherever you live at in the world, currently it is 3:24 Eastern Standard Time. 3:24. So same time you joined in today, 2 p.m. Eastern, every single day, Monday to Friday, you're going to have an hour-long session with me. We hop over hurdles. We get back to doing big things. Tomorrow, a little different. Tomorrow's trade day. So starting at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, use the exact same link you used today. Don't worry, I'll have posts in your community. I'll have tons of ways for you to access. I'm also streaming into your community, so you can watch that specific show and go back and watch a recording later on. But tomorrow at 12, Trey comes up for Trey Day, and it's going to be an absolute blast. I'm actually about to go call him in an hour or so and put a little plan together for it, but we're both super excited for this one. So thank you guys for your time. Thank you for being here. It was awesome to get this started. Really excited. These are going to be a fun 30 days together with you guys and all your awesome ideas. So I'll let you go for now. If you have any other questions, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You can always post in your community as well. If you hit a question that we're not live or maybe it's outside of hours, feel free to post in your community. I pay most attention to those VIP communities. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. Have an amazing rest of your day.